Alright guys, new problem here. This is our Seat Ibiza. Engine warning light is on, as you can see here. We got the iCarsoft i908, which we're going to hopefully diagnose the fault. See what the problem is. What I'm doing is I've got my foot on the accelerator, keeping it at about 1500 RPM here, because if I drop it below, it really does sound like it's going to die. So I think it's a cylinder issue. It's certainly not running on all cylinders, so I'm just keeping it up to 1500 because that will actually keep the car steady, because it seems to be juddering all over and shaking quite violently. So what I'll do is I'll just go into the engine electronics. This is the iCarsoft i908 kit, which is available just by clicking the link below this video, or you can visit www.diagnostic-world.com. and just waiting for the kit to communicate with the engine there. System initialized, so we can read fault code. Okay, so it's got one of one fault. It is 16687 or P0303, cylinder 3, misfire detected. Alright, so it sounds, well, it doesn't sound great, but it sounds okay in the fact that it's an electrical fault which has been detected. So the chances are, my guess would be that it's a faulty ignition coil, which all we need to do is just pull out the old ignition coil and put a new ignition coil in. Then we can come back into the vehicle and get rid of the engine warning light there. So we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll put a new ignition coil in and see what happens. Alright, so this is the 3-cylinder engine. We've took off the engine cover, which is right there. Now cylinder 3, well, you've got cylinder 1, you've got cylinder 2, you've got cylinder 3. So this is the ignition coil which we need to replace. This is the old one, in fact. So it's just a case of unplugging this connector here. I'll try and do that now. There we go. So that's the ignition coil out, and then we just need to put the new ignition coil in, hook everything back up, then we can go and erase the trouble codes and get rid of the engine warning light. Right, so this is the replacement ignition coil that we're putting in here. It is a used replacement, but we have been assured that it is working correctly, so I'm just going to connect this up and put it back in there. Make sure all of the other connections are solidly in place, all of the air injectors. Right, so I'll go back in the vehicle now, fire it up, see how it runs, and see if we can get rid of the engine warning light. Alright, so we'll start off first of all. It seems to run a lot better, it's a lot smoother. We're not getting the jerking motion. The engine light is still on, but I suspect that may well be just because we need to tell the ECU that we're going to clear the codes. So we got the iCarsoft kit as I had earlier, so we're going to just hook that into the diagnostic port, which is, you can see down there, it's the pink port there, that's the UBD2 port on this Seat Ibiza. So we'll just plug that in there. Right, first of all, we'll just get rid of the handbrake warning light. So all we have to deal with is the engine warning light. And then see if we can get rid of the engine warning light. So we need to go into the engine electronics. System initialized. Okay, read fault code, so it's still the same fault code. we clear the fault code, click yes to that, fault code succeed, and there we go. Just putting my foot on the gas here, fault code succeeded, and the engine light has disappeared from our dashboard there. So it's all thanks to the iCarSoft i908 kit. As I say, it's a multi-system, multi-VAG vehicle diagnostic tool which will help diagnose faults and clear warning lights like the engine warning light we had here from the dashboard. Thanks very much for watching, and I hope this helped.